Put all my messages up and we'll wait for some of our friends to show. Wonder, that not good. I was gonna say, I wonder if that lighting works better, but no. No at hotmail.com. Hopefully the lighting is okay and then it lasts, because I noticed last time near the end of the stream the lighting wasn't the greatest because it's just natural lighting, but we will see. It is a rainy day and the sun is just kind of coming up and, like, doing its thing. But anyways, if you're new here, my name is Amanda. I make regular videos on planning and journaling and stationery, and then when I live stream we just hang out and chat. So I'll give everyone a couple minutes to get in. Today is Friday. It is a rainy day, but I'm gonna try and bring a little sparkle to the day. I'm going out for a treat later on, so that will be fun. And I have an umbrella. I found the umbrella. Step one, find the umbrella. So I found that, so I should be good to go. Because we've had a couple days of rain and we're supposed to be getting like 4 more days of rain. So I thought, I can't hibernate the whole week. I gotta get out there. I usually try to go out on the sunshiny days, but it is spring here in Canada, so we will have a lot of rain. But if anyone is new here, feel free to comment. Yeah, I was gonna say something, but then I kind of forgot mid-sentence, so that happens. What time? And it is 8:15 my time, so I usually start my lives around 8 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, but it just depends when I wake up and when I'm ready. My cats are sleeping peacefully in my bed, so they shouldn't be up and on the table trying to take down the camera. I notice anything that gets our attention, like our phones, the cats will try and take. Like they will lay on the phone and then it's almost like they think if they get rid of, oh, my husband left something out, I gotta go put it in the fridge quickly. It should be fine. It's his coffee creamer. He always leaves something out. Hi, Stumpy. I just gotta put something in the fridge quickly. Just be 1 second. How's your day? Tash usually leaves something out, so I'm not surprised. He's busy in the morning, though. How was your day today, Stumpy? What did you do? Hi! Hey, Independent Chad. Tash isn't here yet, but he will. He will be. Trying to think of what we did last weekend. You've been good? Nice. I'm glad to hear that. Tash had a long weekend, and I'm trying to remember what we did. What did you order? What did you order? Do you have in Australia, do you have like DoorDash where you can order food and it gets delivered to you? Indian food. Nice. Did you order something spicy or no? Some Indian food is pretty spicy. Good morning, Amit. And hello. It has been a lazy day. DoorDash, you do have DoorDash? Okay. Sometimes when you need a lazy day. Oh, you mean you hit the like? Okay. Thank you, Amit. Sometimes you need a lazy day, especially like for us with ADHD, we kind of need we call it a potato day. And hello, everyone. You've been watching movies. You like watching the classic movies or the older movies? And that's good to rest up before you have a full day. Hi. Hey. Joseph. I just seen the video of Dusty. See, my cats would probably, unless they needed to go over it, they'd probably just look at the tape. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, Dusty the house cat just put up a short video where you like the tape challenge where you put the tape and see if the cats like jump over it or what they'll do. His did what mine probably would do. So cute. And I'm doing good. How about you, Amit? I'm from Canada. I'm in Canada. How about yourself? Is your last name Bacon? Because I do know someone with the last name Bacon. I tried for 30 minutes. Shoot. See, it would depend because if there was a different way, my cats would just go around and go a different way. But if it was like the door to the bedroom, then and they had to, I think they might. Do you like Egypt? Yeah, why wouldn't I? I think Egypt has chameleons. Isn't that fascinating? I like chameleons. I've never been to Egypt before, though. Right? I know sometimes Anu will do that if she's at work. For her and her workmate, she'll like order DoorDash to the place. She said one time she was in class and DoorDash came right to the classroom and like handed the kid his food, and the teacher didn't even care. They don't. I thought that the veiled chameleon was in parts of Egypt. That's what the one book I read said. Maybe not. You're from Egypt. What does Anna do? She works in a pet food store. So she's really good. She's been like learning a lot about the different dietary needs of cats and dogs, and they kind of like have like little online training programs and stuff they can do. So it's really interesting. It keeps her like learning, and she gets to see lots of dogs during the day. It's cute. She said the one day a dog came in and she went to give it a treat, and an old treat fell out of the dog's mouth. And she's like, oh, and it wasn't one of hers. So he must have had it in his mouth for a while and was just lugging it around. But yeah, she works in a pet food store. But thankfully, they don't have animals there for like adoption or to buy, or she'd be coming home with new animals all the time. Her work is literally meowtastic. That's why when she was at work, she almost said, "Yeah, that's meowtastic" to someone. What time? It's 8:21 in the morning here. What time would it be in Egypt? Meowtastic. But she gets a discount, so she's often coming home and spoiling like our cats and my parents' dog. So my parents sometimes they pick her up from work and their dog gets so proud and he goes right up to her and he picks her up. So it's cute. They'll be like, "Do you want to go pick up Anu from work?" And he hops in the car. And it's 10:20 in Victoria, Australia. So I was looking, can you Chad, I was looking at the Australian map Tash showed me and he explained, he's like, "You see all the green parts?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, that's where it's like populated. That's where people live." And I was like, "Oh." So then I was like looking around and I got to see where some of you that I remembered were from. Like I knew a couple were from Victoria, Australia. So I got to see where that is. And it was funny, this one area looked like it had nothing, and I zoomed in, and all that popped up was like a hotel. So I was like, oh, okay. Because I was on like Google Maps or whatever. It's 3:33 in the afternoon. How was your day then? You had a good day? Yeah, PM. Yeah. I hope you had a good day. And what's the weather like in Egypt? When I read what? I'm very animated. I do a lot of stuff with my hands and my face, so like it's funny. Tash says when I get upset, the Italian comes out. Because I'll be like, what? And I do that thing with my hand. And I don't know why, because no one in my family does it. But I do for some reason. But I think it's genetic because a lot in our family, actually not a lot, but a few in our family move their hands a lot in their face when they talk. Oh, what like yeah, because I was thinking of the song in my head. I remember one time I was at a little beach singing that song and trying to like dance, like walk like an Egyptian, like how they would portray it. You come down. Okay, so you should fly to Melbourne. Okay, first stop Melbourne, then Flinders Street, Melbourne to Mo Station. Oh, right there on my push bike. Okay. Aw, if I ever fly out that way, you'll be one of the first people I know and that I'll reach out to. Ooh, they're getting closer with the food. Ooh, what kind of stores? Actually, you guys have cool stores. You guys still have Target, right? Canada used to have Target and like a store called Zellers and Kmart, and all of those stores closed up. The only department store we have is Walmart. I wish we had Target. But like when your only store to go to is like Walmart, and Walmarts in Canada aren't like the Walmarts in America where they have a lot of cool stuff. In Adelaide, yeah. I got to see where Adelaide was on the map too. And then I was like looking at cafes, and I can't remember. One of the cafes had a really, one of the cafes was called Pickle in the Middle or something like that. Vic, I was just saying I was on Google Map looking at Australia and some of the hotels and Big W are similar stores. We have Kmart. The CD shops have closed. There's no much thing as CDs anymore. Yeah, we have a store called Beat Goes On, and it sells like used CDs. So, hello. It's mostly clear. Very hot. I wonder how hot it gets in Egypt. Like, what would a hot day be like? Because I know our friends down in the southern states in America, they get hot summers. The reason I you still have Kmart closed when I was like little. The reason I wish we had Target is because they had that dollar spot. What if two people love each other and can't do anything? I don't know. That sounds like a unique situation, and I don't really know all of the scenarios. You know what I mean? Like, I would hate to give advice and then it still have a DVD shop. We used to have Jumbo Video where you could like rent videos, like VHS. So like Friday night we would go there and rent a movie. Right, Vic? I do. I get asked a lot of questions about different stuff. Stadium 34 rolling rink is. Ooh, I don't even know if I could roller skate. I'm so clumsy. It could. 70 degrees. That must mean Fahrenheit because that can't mean Celsius because that would cook. In the southern hemisphere, larger. Used to be bigger. Does anyone here roller skate or know how to? Tash used to back in the day. I remember once I went when I was little and I was requesting songs, and he's like, we can't play that till after 9 o'clock at night. I was just requesting like Deep Purple or Uriah Heep. You do? Yeah, because he said Victoria and you're Victoria. And then I think Joseph is like your neighbor. Never could skate. See, here we ice skate. Like we skate on like on rinks indoors. I was hopeless. But like here, if when the creek freezes, my dad, I remember the one year we were visiting our grandparents and the creek freezes and we just skate on the creek. So I could skate, but I haven't done it in so long. But that used to be something we would do is ice skate. Sand skate? It must get really hot there. Here we have the opposite where it gets really cold in the winter. Me too. Me too. I just kind of like, or you kind of like slow down and like crash and just kind of hold on to the wall. Yeah. Because I often had figure skates, but my parents would get them sharpened down so they were like hockey skates because I could never use the pick thing. So they would shave them off and then like they would sharpen the bottom more like hockey skates. But you know, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So 90 degrees Fahrenheit, would that be like maybe 30? Hello, Balvinder. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. He's always up bright and early. I don't know if I could handle the heat because we're not used to it. And I'm so fair skinned, I burn so easily. Like in the summer, I love being out, but I always need shade and water because you can feel really sick in the sun. But you guys all know because you're all somewhere warm. 40, okay. I was thinking it might have been more than 30, but I'm still trying to learn Fahrenheit. 40, that's warm. That's one of those days you stay home in front of the air conditioner. Do people go outside when it's at 40? Like 40 degrees Celsius, do people go outside or do people stay in like it's a snow day here? Like if it's too blizzardy, some people stay home. Yeah, Stumpy, that makes sense. I don't go to nightclubs. I don't go at night. I like to be in my bed playing in my planner with my stickers, watching planner videos. Because I'm not a night, I'm not, no. Those days are over. My wild days are over. I'm boring and old now. When I was in the desert looking at the pyramids, I got burned. Ooh, be careful. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Here we don't get enough time to like adapt. Like it'll be cold, 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 rainy, and then it'll be like bam, it's hot. So it's like we kind of don't get eased into it. And then if the states, depending on if what their weather or if they're having a storm, it carries up to where we are. So depending on the weather and how it's going, like it will be like mild and then just really hot when it does decide to change to be summer. And I feel like we never, like, our weather is constantly changing through the seasons. It's only mid-season that it stays like kind of stable. So I feel like we're constantly like adjusting to it. Like when it gets the first snow and when it gets cold, like for first people forget how to drive and there's accidents and then people get used to it again. 2023 was the last time I went to the night. Um, yeah, I remember Stumpy, you were saying that you don't want to get diabetes. So you're doing really good with avoiding things that could contribute to it. I definitely don't want diabetes, but the one medication causes weight loss. So, I mean, I kind of want that medication because, yeah. Yeah, especially like if it storms here in winter very hard. It depends. Like here, if there's a lot of humidity and it rains a little, but not enough to break it, it gets so steamy after. I hate that steamy, like hot feeling. I can't do it. Okay, Chad, lay it on us. Is she the one you want to convert? Oh no, she was in your class, that one. Never mind. Is she the one who gives you mixed signals? I don't think diabetes works that way, Stumpy. It's like some in my family had it, like aunts and uncles, and my grandpa had it. So I don't know if that means I'm susceptible, like I'm more prone to it, but we'll see. I know they said when you hit 40, you're at like more of a risk for it. But yeah, I'm just waiting for uh that Chad. I don't know how to respond to that. You actually caught me like I don't have words to say for that. I'm like, what do I tell this guy? Stumpy, don't encourage it. No, I don't encourage that. Oh no. I was gonna say below the, I was waiting for the below the knee. Yeah. I wonder if that's what happened to my one neighbor because he thought he was having gout and the doctor said it was gout, but um then he disappeared, and then I heard he had his leg amputated. So I don't know if he got an infection or if it was diabetes and he didn't know it. Because he was a little bit of a bigger guy, and I don't like he kind of gamed and he worked and he was active at work. But then when he came home, I think he liked to uh like I think he liked to drink a lot of sodas and game and stuff, and that wasn't good. Oh, the same little person came back to say, okay, so let me just hide from channel. I think it's funny if people like swear at me and they think like, oh, you do you think I'm gonna care? Like, I wonder if it's the same person that said that to me last live stream and I could give a rat's furry bum. Thank you, Stumpy. Yeah, I wondered if it was like an infection because then later they said something about infection, and the only thing I could think of is if maybe he had diabetes and he didn't know it. Maybe that's why his feet were hurting because I know sometimes it can cause numbness. I don't know, but he thought he had gout and then he just said, hello, hello, and welcome back, Matthew. And hey, Tash, how's work today? Yeah. I know that's what I said yesterday. I was like, oh, someone's cranky and doesn't want to go to school. They like to swear at me. Yeah, I think it could have been, but I've never seen him again, so I hope he's okay. Like he was one of those neighbors who was always outside and always like looking out for the place. So I felt safe with him being here because he was like a really nice guy. He just disappeared one day. So I hope he's like still alive and okay and adjusting well. Because I heard that he's moved in with his parents, but he never came back to like say hi or I'm okay or anything, so I'm kind of nervous. And I asked my neighbors and they're like, no, we haven't heard anything. And I couldn't remember his last name, so I couldn't really look up online to see if there was like an obituary or something. I'm just hoping one day I run into him. And Tash, I'm just talking about our neighbor who we had. Yeah, is your food there, Independent Chad? Yeah, I am. I am Tash, yeah. We were talking about diabetes, and I was just wondering if that's why he had to have his leg amputated. Because I remember he thought he had gout because he had pain. And there's one city. Oh, what city is that? I would actually love to go to Egypt. It's far, though. It's really far from Canada. I think traveling would be amazing because you'd get to learn and see so much. And I do love learning. And I love learning what is life like for other people. That's why I find live streaming fun because we can talk about like the weather, what time, what's in the area, and stuff like that. And I thought about showing more about like life where I am. However, I'm a little nervous to put like more of my life on the internet just for like anyone to see. So maybe if one day, well, it will happen, but one day when I can have members, I might do that and then just show more around for members because it won't be as intimidating for me as putting my life out there for like just anybody. Morning, Mr. Ooh, your food is there and it's good. I'm excited. Yay for food delivery services. You have to be extremely careful at the pyramid scammers everywhere. Oh my goodness. I wonder what they would try and scam out of me. I don't have much. I always think of that, or people who want to take someone's identity. I'm like, what are you going to take from me? Like, I don't have anything. My planners? If someone tries to take my planners, I'll like bite them or something. I'll be, no one's getting my planner. Can you imagine some girl at the pyramids bit and poked someone in the eyes for trying to take her planner? The Princess Freeway. Okay, the Princess Freeway coming back. Okay, I'm gonna try and remember to Google that after. You haven't been there in 30 years. I hate roller coasters. Does anyone here like roller coasters? I know Tash is a ride warrior. Yeah, because there is a difference of Egypt and Jordan. Like 185 pounds for Egyptians. Oh, okay. Chad. Oh my goodness. Oh, so for the prices, they'll try. Okay, got you. Yeah, roller coasters just make me feel like I'm dying, and it's not a nice feeling. It's just not. It's not a good feeling. I don't like that feeling. Like even kid roller coasters. I'm like, ah. Remember the first time I was on a roller coaster? It was a kid's roller coaster. It was like a little train, and it started going, and I thought my life was flashing before my eyes. So my older brother had to tell them to stop. And now that I look back at it, there's no way it could have been going fast. But it must have just caught me off guard, and then I got scared. Like, oh, yeah, you would have to be careful about that then. Yet you've been on my motorcycle, and that is so much more dangerous. No, no, because on the motorcycle, if we slide, I can roll out of the way at least. If something happens on a roller coaster, there's no coming back from that. Why would you do, Chad? You're always chasing that dopamine, aren't you? No one, and you jumped out of a moving car. Oh, Stumpy. Oh, Vic, I learned that word because remember in the song it said the men they chunder. That's means like it means puking, does it? Oh my goodness. So just the key is don't take anything because it's not really a gift. I usually don't take anything from anyone. Yeah, I was like, what is chunder? It's like, what is chunder? Australian slang. And it's like, oh, do you know the dog that saved America? No, I don't. You know, when I was young people, because you were doing all your stunts? Is it because you did all your own little stunts? Yeah, I could never be one of those people who did stunts or anything. I'm like, I remember my friends taking a photo. She's like, okay, jump. And then I was like, I couldn't even jump off of a little bench. I was like, ah. In 17. Or he was a Mission Impossible. Were you a hard baby to raise, Chad? Your poor mom, you must have like scared her. And I'm good, Bovinder. How are you doing? I wonder how you go about to become a stuntman. Just start parkouring off stuff and then like addition maybe? I don't know. Anu used to say her dream job was sticking stickers on the fruit, and then she's like, then I found out it wasn't a person who did it, it's a machine. I was like, girl, why would you want to put the stickers on the fruit? She's like, I don't know, I think it'd be a fun job. Probably would be though. I feel like one thing I might be good at is like being on the radio, playing songs, because I like music, but I find that people on the radio, like, they'll play a song. Like, they'll be playing Whitesnake, and then they'll, like, turn and play a song that is a completely different genre, complete different vibe. And I'm like, you should have transitioned to a different song. Like, I feel like I'm like, show me which buttons, and I think I could do that. No, it's all training, and sometimes they don't even do stunts. Well, the stunt doubles do. Stickers on fruit life goals. I could be a voice actor. People have always said that I could get paid for my voice. And I'm like, "What?" But they're like, "Yeah, you could do the reading of books or you could be a voice actor and all sorts of other weird stuff that I wouldn't ever do." Voice actor I could though. But only if it was like I got the to make the voice for the character. That's what people say. But you know how it is, like when you hear your own voice, nobody really hears themselves and are like, wow, I have a nice voice. Like we're just like, is that how I sound? Although I'm getting used to what I sound like because I'm always doing live streams and stuff. And sometimes I play parts of it back. Or I let it run. The cats like when my videos are on, they get all cozy and sleepy. So sometimes I'll put one of my videos on and like go and do the cleaning or whatever, and they're like passed out to it. Hyperactivity. Yeah, you must have been a hard kid. Even Anu has extreme ADHD, and keeping her safe that was hard. I was always thinking she's gonna break something. We always said if this kid makes it to 5 without a broken bone, that's a miracle. Because the girl, oh, you could do the voiceover with those sleep things. I try to listen to some of those, and sometimes they help me, but some of them they put ads in them, so you have to look for the ad-free ones. Because I was like one time listening to a crackling fire in a river, and then all of a sudden this loud like advertisement came on. I'm like, I'm up, what's happening? The Legend of Jack Sparrow. Your fridge that fell down. Oh, are you sure it's not like some like, do you have earthquakes there or something? Washi and coffee and ASMR. Yeah, but ASMR is kind of creepy. ASMR is kind of creepy because they make the weirdest noises, and I'm like, what, what? Some of it, like Annie, like some of it, like when they tap on things. So then that could have been why your fridge fell. Maybe that's what happened. Are they strong earthquakes when they happen? It is, I know that some of them is just like the like clicking noises, and sometimes like that can be relaxing, but the ones where they talk and they're like whispering and it's like, ew, why are you whispering in my ear? No, no, I don't. It ASMR doesn't relax me, it irritates me. And I've heard of other people who have sensory issues who say the same thing. Oh, Tom, hey. I recognize you from Davey's channel. Morning, everyone. Thank you. I hope you have a really good weekend. That's right. In the States, it's your you have a long weekend. Do you have any plans? Is it a 3-day weekend? Do you have any fun plans, or are you just gonna try and relax? And Tash, no, I don't. You said like going on your bike is more dangerous, but I feel like I trust Tash. I don't trust the people who maintain roller coasters. Like human error happens, and I just don't want to be. I don't like the feeling of it. One time I heard that pigs get stressed if they don't feel the ground under them. Like if you pick them up or something, they get very stressed and it's not good for them. I'm like, well, maybe I'm part pig because I don't like not feeling the ground under me. I do not like whipping around on a track. I could play with. Yeah. What? High ping. There was no earthquake. 6.2, 4.7. Those are big earthquakes, aren't they? Aren't those like, wouldn't that be really big? Oh, got you. Well, Tom, that sounds like a nice. Oh, I hope you do go fishing and chilling with the wife. I hope you have a lovely. We don't have a long weekend this weekend. We had a long weekend last weekend. It was um May 2 4, which I think is Victoria Day, if I'm not mistaken. So we went out and we bought me a new fishing rod and reel. And then I think it was kind of rainy, so we didn't do too much. Okay, I think we just had that. Is that what Victoria Day was? On May 2 for ya. So that's usually the weekend people put their plants in the ground, but we had a frost warning, so we didn't. Because typically that's May 2 4 is usually like a couple weeks after the last chance or the last threat of frost. So usually that indicates it's a good time to put your plants in the ground, but it was kind of cold, so we didn't. Yeah, and there was a big earthquake in Greece. Oh my goodness. Oh, that sounds scary. Oh, I heard that in Kentucky they were having bad tornadoes. My heart goes out to anyone who faces situations like that because that's scary. I hope I catch pickerel and yeah, I hope I catch a lot of pickerel on my new rod and reel. That's what I'm hoping. Because the last couple years, my reel kind of broke and wasn't like working right. And I could tell like when I was reeling it up. So it was annoying. Was there one in California? Oh, I have family in California. I hope they weren't affected. Always save room for dessert. That is good advice. What did you order dessert with your dinner? And what would Indian desserts be like? If it was Indian food, like what would their dessert be like? Does anyone know? Thank you. You too, Tom. I hope you. What do you like to go fishing for, Tom? Or you just like fishing in general? Some people go for specific, like if I catch anything that's eating size, we keep it and eat them. But anything too small. Ben and Jerry's, nice. What flavor? Oh, yeah, I have family in California, so I hope they're okay. I hope everyone's okay. There's been a lot of natural disasters. Can I give you a shout out? I don't know how I would do that other than say shout out to Timothy Bacon. Heard the drummer and producer of the band Sum 40. No, really? I didn't hear that, Vic. Oh, is that recent? Yeah, yeah, for sure. Leonard Skinner. Um, there was a crash. They are a Canadian band. Oh no, that's horrible. That's scary. That's horrible. That's like, I've always been afraid to go on planes because of that, and everyone's like convincing me, no, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe. So I do want to go on a plane one day, but I'm afraid once I go on there, I will feel trapped or scared because I don't like rides. So, yeah, it's news to me too, Tash. It must have just happened. That's so sad. And there is earthquakes in one part of the earth to another. Everywhere there is natural disasters. Oh, so yeah, it just happened. Uh-oh. Did it say were there many on the plane? Or was it just the few? Yeah, there has been. I know, but it's like, would I feel trapped? You know, like if I'm gonna feel trapped, I would be like, ah, a small private plane. Yeah, I was thinking that because um, people in bands and stuff don't usually, like, usually it's a private plane they're on. And my good friends went to Australia one day, asked for some people. Ooh, you have friends at the bakery shop. Hello. Oh, and sorry. Okay, have a good one, Tash. Don't work too hard. I think 7 people and crushed them. Oh no. That's so horrible. And Stumpy, if I ever go to Australia, I will be asking for you. And the weather in Canada where I am is rainy. It's rainy here today. But I'm supposed to go out later, so I found, well, Tash found me the umbrella. I'm like, where are the umbrellas? He's like, here you go. And he left it by the door so I won't forget it. I do have a car, but Tash has the car at work. You hear my ankle? I move my foot and my ankle's like crack, crack, crack. It's like my joints need WD-40 or something. Um, Independent Chad, can I even answer that question in today's without being canceled? Because I have some opinions, but I'd be canceled. So maybe I won't say anything. We have a Toyota. I think you just did. Yeah. Today, I don't know if you're allowed to ask that or answer that without like. And I have a pretty like traditional mindset. Like, I often think I should have been born like in the 40s or the 30s because I would make a good 1950s housewife, I think. Chad's questions are always a mystery. You have a BMW, nice. That's a nice car. You have 4 BMWs? There must be a lot of people in your family to need 4 cars. Mm, the boxing gym will close. Where did you hear it was gonna close? Just like word of mouth? Or, yeah, we got a Toyota because they're reliable. And we didn't, I was like, look, let's just get a car that's reliable so um, we don't have to worry about repairs and stuff. So our car is 11 or 12 years old and it only now needs, our car's 12 years old and it only now needs its struts replaced. So like we were car payment free for several years and like now it just needs something. And even the mechanics, like these cars are just, they last. You have 3 pickups and wipe pads. How come you have so many? That must be expensive. 89 is still going. Your car is not even 1 year yet. That's the thing. I didn't want to go from car payments to repair payments. And I know that some um, cars, like they'll be 3, 4, or 5 years old and need repair. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Oh, he's looking to go into retirement, Stumpy. That's fair. Yeah, oh, they were older and the price is right. Okay, so they weren't new. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. Vic! Ford Ranger. That's my dream car. Well, truck. You too, Joseph? Um, you have a Toyota? Yeah, they're reliable. They're built to last. Like, I tell you what, like, even parts on other cars that should be replaced, the mechanics like, no, yours is still good. You have a while left until you even need to think of that. But I've always wanted a Ford Ranger because I think it's the perfect size. It's still a truck, but it wouldn't cost like a bajillion dollars to fill it up with gas. I always say, yeah, I love Ford Rangers. Chevy full size is much. I like the Rangers. I think they'd be like better on gas, and I think I'd be intimidated. Like I also like the Ford F-150s, but I think it would be hard for me to drive. Now my room smells like Indian food. Forgot how much y'all. Yeah, like to fill up our Toyota, and it's a car, is like $65. But trucks are like $200. It's expensive. Yeah, you guys do gallons, but we do liters. So for me, it throws me off. Like for is 3 liters a gallon? I can't recall. But ours changes every day. It's like one day it will be like 139.9, then it'll go down. But for a while we were hit with, how do they call that, carbon tax or something? It's 4 liters. So then you guys, that's not, you guys got a good deal on your fuel. No wonder you can have trucks. um, yeah, that's weird because like, I don't know. Our gas has always been so expensive. Well, not always, but then we got hit with the carbon tax, and for a while it was over $2 a liter. Ooh, that's pricey. Yeah, it depends because where we are, um, when we had the carbon tax, it'd be like $2.20 a liter. Your car's like $80. Oh, to fill. Gotcha. Because if ours is $1.30, so that would be 260, 410. It'd be like 410, 420 for a gallon then. Yeah, cost 80 to fill. And in Egyptian pound, it's 1,000. Yeah, and I'm not even talking premium. I'm talking like, I'm not talking even high test. Yeah. Everything is expensive here though. Yeah, just regular. Well, I heard our model of car, it said don't put high test in. It was made to run on like the like lower octane. So, Ben and Jerry's. Yeah, so Tom, we do that um for Tash's bike. He has to go to Shell Gas, and not all of them have it, but he needs the one without the, is it the ethanol? Because his bike is a carbureted bike. Or do all motorcycles need that? But it's hard to find because not everywhere has that type of gas. So he'll have to go to a Shell station. Yes, I'm ready, Vic. Oh, your car is a 2025. Right on. I'm so ready, Vic. You have no idea. I live for useless pieces of information. Oh, here it's not, I don't think it's more money. I think it's the same. Your teeth are orange now. What did you eat from the Ben and Jerry's? Oh, it's a BMW. Okay. If a million seconds is 17 days, how long is a billion seconds? Wait. You just tangled my brain up in a knot. Let me read that. If a million seconds is. How does it like. I'm sure someone did the math. That's crazy. So I've been alive for a billion and a fraction of a million seconds. When you put it that way, life seems more manageable. If you think of life in seconds, like you can endure a second. A second, no matter what you're going through, you can endure that second. So if you just focus on the second, I feel like you can get light through life so much easier. Especially like if I have to like when I had to take Anu to get her wisdom teeth, I was a little nervous, but I was like, okay, I'm taking her to like the best guy in town. So I just focused on the second I was in. And hey, because I was like, ugh. Otherwise, I look too far in the future and I look too far in the past with my mind. So I always try and stay in the second. I thought it was going to be another animal fun fact, and I was like, uh-oh, which animal did he research now? It's funny. I should look up fun facts about Canadian animals and stuff, wildlife, because I'm sure there'd be some weird stuff or fun stuff to learn. I'm good. How about yourself? You mixed it up today just to keep things interesting. Tom, that's the way to do it. I suffer from really severe anxiety, so I find that our brains go what if and look into the future. And then a lot of times I look over like cringy things I've said or just done in the past. And I'm like, I beat myself up over it. And I'm like, you gotta let that go, girl. And just like live in the moment, live in the second. And I remember somebody saying, like, you can handle the second. Like, no matter how bad it is, it's 1 second and it's gonna come and it's gonna go. Whether it's good or bad, just focus on that. And I'm like, okay. Mm, yeah. So you mean like exposure therapy? Yeah. I have um I have multiple anxiety disorders. Like I have generalized anxiety disorder. When I was little, I'd have separation anxiety, but a lot of times it's yeah, it's exposure therapy. So like if you're afraid of people, go around people in small manageable doses of it until it almost feels boring, like you can handle it. It's no longer scary. So it's all about exposure. But sometimes it's better to avoid it in the sense if you like if you're gonna go towards burnout, sometimes it's better not to overwhelm yourself and like get through it. It is fun to talk, and we have friends from all over the world in here, so it's always interesting. Oh, and I have OCD, but they used to call that an anxiety disorder, but now they're saying that that's on the spectrum. So I still have to do more research on that, but that's why on my Insta for my profile I'm like I have more disabilities than abilities. Which is true. But a lot of people are like that. We just gotta do our own personal best. Because I have friends who suffer with things worse than what I do, so I try not to get woe is me and I just try and focus on the bigger picture. Yeah, like it depends. Like there's certain things. I don't know, I can't see the numbers. It says 6. I thought it was obsessive cat. I got that too. Chad. Just I can't say anything because if I like, well, I'll randomly look up people online. I'm like, I wonder what they're doing these days. Like, type it in. But I definitely have obsessive cat disorder. Like, I'm so bad. I go to the cat food store and there's a cat for adoption, and I'm like, just one more. And Tash is like, no. I'm like, but look it, this one wants to come home. He's like, no. Yeah. Listen to Tom, Chad. I think he just means he's like looking up to like learn more about her. Like maybe he's on maybe he can ask questions. Maybe he's just looking up. You were only gonna have one, too. Yeah. Bye, Vic. I'm gonna get going in just a couple minutes too. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you get some good sleep. And let's not stalk girls, chat. Solid advice. He might just be on her Insta. Oh, Chad, what shall we do with you? But then again, you're young, so like technically I could probably be your mom. But because I think you're just like 4 years older than Anu. But that would have made me really young. I actually watched someone in the planner community ah, who I think she was said she was 14 when she had her first kid. Yeah, some people do have them at 14. I mean, things happen. But to be fair, at 12, I was probably still playing with dolls, so probably not. But things happen. I had Anu at 17. I was almost 18. So it's weird, like I wouldn't be able to like buy a beer or like do things, but I literally was responsible for a whole human. So it was kind of interesting. At 14, I was, here we call that cash on delivery. Or cod is a fish. What's COD? Is it a game? No, I don't, Timothy. Oh, yeah, no, I never played that one. But here it'll be like cash on delivery. So I was like, what's COD? I think at 14, Anna was obsessed with Minecraft. I would not let her play any games. Well, it was like I wouldn't let her, but we reasoned on like what kind of games would be good and what kind of games weren't. I'm like, if you want to create things in Minecraft or like play in those games, I'm fine. But we opted to not play anything that was like violent or like first shooter or anything like that. So she was my daughter plays Minecraft. She was obsessed with it when she was younger. Every once in a while she goes back and plays it and I can hear her and my niece like giggling. I'm like, "You girls behave on there." Or is that block? There's another game and sometimes they troll people. It's funny. Hey, there was what's that one? It was like this pizza delivery game. Was that Minecraft or was that that other game? And then there was like pizza delivery, but um it was always chaotic. Like cars were always on fire and stuff was happening. I'm good. How are you doing? What's that one game? Animal Crossing? Um, on the Switch. Does anyone play that? I like to go fishing in that game and collecting all the seashells. And for a while, I'd fly around till I would find the neighbors that Anna would want on her island. I'd be like, I'll do the flying. I'd go in and like fly around and be like, which is the one you want? But the one time the one her what neighbor in the game wasn't leaving, I'm like, just hit them with something. She's like, Mom, what? I'm like, hit them with the butterfly net enough times and they'll leave. And then they did. Oh my goodness. I'm not familiar with the money there and how it converts, but that sounds like a lot. It's a lot here. She had wanted a Switch for a while and my parents like got her one. But now with the new Nintendo, I hear it's all different. There's like a new Switch. I don't know if it's out or it's coming out. And then the old games you can't have on the old one and the new one. Okay, Tom. You know what? I'm gonna go too because I've been on here for an hour. So you have a good day. Much love, everyone. Thank you for being here. And I hope to see you guys on my next live. I'm not sure if I'll be on Monday, but maybe I'll put a post if I am. Bye for now.